for me. Run through the land, you run through my soul. Bring me wisdom and peace. Run through all ages and all of life's stages. You bring me around to find my release.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to be my guest. Today we have from Millbury, Patty Gardner. Patty is the owner of Patty's Kitchen. She does cooking lessons. She does catering. Welcome, Patty.
Thank you very much for having me.
How long have you been there? Where are you located? I've never seen it.
So I actually do the cooking classes out of my private home, private residence in Millbury, and it's just on the corner of Greenwood and McCracken, next to Route 20, Route 146. I'm very centrally located.
Yeah.
And it's in my private residence, and so usually when I have guests come, the home is open. Otherwise, it's just for my family.
That is cool. Now, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing that, Patty's Kitchen, for about 2.5 years now. I started because I came to the area. We moved back from California, and was looking for a job, trying to fit in, trying to be a mom and trying to work, and I couldn't find anything that fit that criteria. And so my husband said, why don't you do some cooking classes while you're looking around? Yeah. So I started doing cooking classes demo only, so people would come and I would almost be like a live cooking show in front of you, and then we'd eat afterwards.
Like Emeril Lagasse.
Exactly. And so then people started asking, well, what about, can we jump in on the action? And every once in a while I'd have people come in and do things, but then I thought, maybe I'll make it bigger. So I went to the Millbury Board of Health, and I spoke with the woman there, and she gave me the go-ahead, the thumbs up, and so Patty's Kitchen kind of evolved from there. I have enough space for 8 people, even though I usually cap it at 6 people. Yeah. But going strong for about 2.5 years now. Yeah.
Now, when you were in California, did you go to school for cooking?
Actually, I taught at Le Cordon Bleu in California. Okay. I went to my culinary education was in New York at the Culinary Institute of America.
Wow!
So that was exciting.
You heard of Johnson and Wales?
Yes, those are our rivals. Yeah, and Necky as well. So New England Culinary Institute in Vermont.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so those were our big rivals. But I chose the Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park. Beautiful campus, amazing programs, amazing instructors. And so when we moved out to California, I had an opportunity to teach. I had taught in Boston at Le Cordon Bleu for a while. Yeah. And when I went out to California, wasn't sure exactly what I was going to be doing, but then found a great family at Le Cordon Bleu there as well.
Did you know you were going to do this when you were in high school? When you graduated?
Oh gosh, no. I think I wanted to be a helicopter rescue pilot. That was like my dream
They'd love you
job.
at UMass. They have life flight right over there. You could cook on board.
I know. I could like bring meals to those in need. But honestly, I didn't think about this at all. I didn't think it would be a career for me. My mom is an excellent cook. She's a terrible baker.
Sorry, Mom.
But I just always felt really comfortable in the kitchen, and when I went out, I got a degree in psychology, and I started working part-time as a waitress.
Where did you go to college?
I went to the College of St. Benedict in Minnesota.
You've been all over the lot.
I have been all over. That will be a whole other segment if you want to invite me back.
Yeah.
My dad was in the Air Force, and so it was always home was where the Air Force sent us, and every 3 years we moved. So I love the traveling part of it, and so for me it's easy to just kind of get up and go. It's always a new adventure.
So you came from California to Massachusetts a couple years ago?
Yes, about 3 years ago now, 3.5 years ago, and we had lived previously in Boston.
Okay.
So kind of did the restaurant scene in Boston for a little bit, moved out to California, did Le Cordon Bleu, and then cater to the stars, which is always a fun thing. Yeah. Seeing people in person, and kind of getting an idea of like different types of industry work I've done. Coffee shops and, hotels and restaurants and catering and private chefing, and so...
You're on the go a lot.
I am on the go, yeah. My first job out of college was I was the private chef to the Ambassador of Ireland. The first female ambassador.
Did you have to go to Washington for that?
No, that was in Belgium.
In Belgium?
Yes, she was for the EU, the first ambassador, female ambassador to the EU. So based out of Belgium, and that was an experience in itself.
So what made you come back to Massachusetts from California?
My husband was relocated, got a job,
Yeah.
and so followed him back to Massachusetts. But instead of going on the to Boston, we decided to kind of like venture further out to Central Mass.
We're close to. My gosh, what was less than an hour to Boston, right?
Yes.
And to Worcester, you're like, well, you're in Millbury, so that's what
10 minutes.
over the
Yeah.
line.
Then Providence is right there, and you can go to Connecticut. Everything's pretty accessible.
Now, Patty's Kitchen, she is the owner. This is Patty Gardner, and they're located over in Millbury. She does cooking lessons and she does catering. Now, catering. Tell us the whole scale of what you do on that.
Well, it's a little bit different. People always will approach me, email me, and say, looking for a party for this many people. Can you send me a menu?
Yeah.
And I work a little bit differently than that because every event is, I kind of try and tailor it to smaller events, private events, and I tailor it to what you're looking for. So I ask a lot of questions. What's the event? What are you looking for? What's your budget? How many people? Any dietary restrictions or allergies? And then I get a sense of what they're looking for.
Gluten-free, is that a problem?
It's not a problem for me.
Yep.
It's, I try and do shellfish allergies. You have allergies, all sorts of, like I have an event coming up. A woman is allergic to sunflower oils, sunflower seeds, nothing, and so you kind of I tailor and I customize it depending on what every person is looking for.
Yeah.
So every event is basically uniquely their event.
Right.
I don't have like about a panel lasagna, blah blah. Unless they're looking for something like that, I don't have a set list.
I can think of two things, like a small wedding, right? Yeah. Right, it would be a small.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do so many weddings. It's more like private events, some corporate events. People do things in their homes a lot of the times where they don't want. I don't want it's just like a typical caterer where you're just kind of getting a silver tray of lasagna.
Right.
They want something a little bit more upscale. I try and work with local foods. I try and work with non-GMO products all the time, and as much as I can get my hands onto organic as well.
I'm thinking this is not the happiest topic, but in a funeral home, that type of thing, they have
The mercy meals.
Well, they call it, what's it called? Collation afterwards, when people sit down and eat.
I've not heard of that. I've heard of them called mercy meals, and I've done some of those. Someone will say these are their favorite foods. Can you just kind of make some of their favorite foods?
And you can bring them to the funeral parlor?
Yes.
Is that a new thing?
Not the parlor itself. Usually the church.
At the church.
Yes.
So people can go downstairs and eat down there. Mm-hmm. Well, you run the gamut of happy and not so happy.
I know, right? I prefer the happy, but people eat at all times, whether they're happy or they're sad. So,
Hattie, how can they get a hold of you?
I have a website. It's www.pattys.kitchen, KITCHEN. There's no .com after that. We try to make it pretty simple. And if you're trying to email me, it's patty@pattys.kitchen. So I've got a Facebook page that you can take a look at, Patty's Kitchen on Facebook. I do kids cooking classes, adult cooking classes.
Kids too?
Oh, kids are like, they're my bread and butter. I love them. It's so fun. And sometimes, so don't tell anybody else except the people who are watching, the kids are so much easier than the adults.
Are they?
They're good listeners.
Yeah.
We use real knives, and I have cutting gloves for them to protect them.
Yeah.
Usually during summer breaks, anytime school's out, we do tons of cooking classes and lots of fun. The adult cooking classes are great. Couples do them, friends do them. I have a bachelorette party coming.
Oh, that
bridal
sounds cool.
shower stuff coming.
Bridal shower.
Family things where they're want to get together and do something fun with the family.
Yeah.
A lot of private cooking classes. People will call me and say, we just want to do this.
Can you come to our living room and show us?
I go to people's homes and do it. Yeah, I go. I'm mobile. I have knives. I will travel. So
Yep, she's got knives. Now, what are the classes scheduled?
So I do public classes, and I put them online, and they are scheduled mostly Fridays or Saturdays.
Yeah.
I did try and do something earlier in the week, and I didn't get as much reception. I know it's school days and a little bit crazy during the week. So usually during the weekends. And then I have a lot of private events. Sometimes I can't get as many public events up as I'd like to because I have so many private events going on behind the scenes. So, but they are quite regularly. I try and get like 3 or 4 a month publicly if I can.
Now, you said you're a mom.
Yes.
How many children?
I'm one and done.
That was me too. I had one and done because he was like 10 rolled into one. So, boy or girl?
boy.
In school?
He is in school. Vincent just started kindergarten.
Oh my God, he's a little one.
Oh, he's a little one, yeah.
Oh.
But he's a handful.
Yeah. Boy, can I sympathize. So, we found by the time mine was in what? Here was the first clue. He was in preschool. And you know how they get the kids, well, we're going to have story time now.
Yes.
And they all sit in a circle. No. The teacher finally told me, Wally is basically like his own soul here. He'll go off and play kitchen, and he's doing his thing. And he wasn't interested in the group. He was off creating something.
Oh, I know.
I can't push him.
No.
He loves to read now, thank God.
Yes.
But he was not going to be corralled.
In their own time, and when they do their own thing, exactly.
When you're a young mother, you're like, what do I do? Do I encourage him? You really need to be over with the other kids. But the teacher didn't seem that upset. She says, well, he's pretty little now,
Yeah, I think nowadays people just kind of go with the flow and
well, you would ask, since you're going through, yeah, by the time he was 10, wait till about that age. 10
exactly. Well, I mean, the kids, I see it with the kids in the cooking classes, everybody's on a different level. They all want to be there, but some more than others, and some are more interested and some are not as interested, and maybe some were forced to be there by their parents, or checking something new out. But they're all different, and they're all great, and at the end of it, they always feel a sense of accomplishment. So no matter how you get there, they get there.
Well, Patty, right down the street at Blackstone Valley Tech.
Oh, yeah.
They teach culinary, and they have a little restaurant.
Yes.
Have you been over there?
I've not been. No, I have not
either.
been.
I'm ashamed to admit it. I mean, I live right here in town.
Let's go. We'll go afterwards.
And the kids, they have a restaurant for everybody. My son at one point was interested in culinary. He was just a kid, a teenager, and he volunteered in a Worcester Italian restaurant.
Oh, wow.
I thought I'd grab that talent while I could. He outgrew it, but he did it for like a couple of years.
It is hard work.
Yeah, but he loved it. They made him the salad maker. He went through the stage where that's what he loved to do.
It's crazy, the industry. They're really lacking a lot of skilled, qualified people.
Yeah.
But at the same point, it's not an industry that pays well. It's not an industry that is easy on, I guess, life in general. The hours are crazy. You're getting up early before everyone else. You're going home later after everyone else. You're working every holiday, every weekend.
What if you don't like the head chef?
Exactly. Well, I mean, that's in any industry.
Oh, you're so lucky now. It's out of your home. Now I know exactly. On the way to the dentist, we go McGrath. Is it McGrath? What's that street? McCracken Street. We go up there to the end, and we hit Route 20, and there's Mickey D's.
Yes.
McDonald's, and then a store. And if we go straight, that's Greenwood Street.
Yes.
So you are not far from that urgent care and Papagino's and...
Yes, that intersection, it's called Southwest Cutoff.
Yeah.
I'm right there off the 146 exit right by the Blackstone Shops. So very close. Yeah, I know. Most people do.
Oh gosh, yeah. That's a good location.
It's great. It's a perfect location, and like I said, during class, it's my kitchen my personal kitchen transforms into Patty's kitchen.
Yeah.
So it's set up where everyone has their own cutting boards and everyone's working on projects, and then at the end we sit down at a communal table and we enjoy our meals. Hopefully we cook them well enough to enjoy them, and we sit down and have a laugh about things that happen during the class. People ask questions. It doesn't always have to be about what we made that day.
Yeah.
But I'm having trouble with doing this or that.
What's this with cheese? Now I'm not a cheese fan. I'll eat it on pizza, weirdly enough. But it seems like everything they want to throw cheese on eggs. They want to throw. I always say cheese.
Oh my gosh! My husband is from England, and he goes, "What is it with Americans and cheese?"
Yeah.
He goes, "You guys put cheese on everything."
Yeah.
I mean,
I hear him.
I love cheese too.
Ugh. Macaroni and cheese makes me nauseous. It's just the smell of it.
Some people love it, and some people hate it. But cheese is a big thing, and I don't know. I don't have too much cheese in any of my classes, but it's interesting when I do the kids' meal. We do a segment called Happy Meals.
Oh yeah.
So we take like fast food meals and we make them from scratch.
Yeah.
And we have little slider burgers, and a lot of the kids don't want to put cheese on theirs.
No.
They just want regular.
I think it
burgers.
depends maybe on how you were raised.
Yeah.
We didn't have cheese at the table. My parents, I guess, weren't into it.
Yeah.
And then I just got turned off by the smell. I don't know, but pizza? Yeah, sure.
Well, pizza, I mean, that's a whole other beast.
What's your favorite thing to make for people? Let's say they'd say, we're having a graduation party, and what do they usually order, but what's your favorite?
Oh my gosh. That's a hard question. I mean, everybody loves different things and different items, and what do I love to cook for people? I don't know. If people come to my house, I just like to throw like a fish down, like a nice salmon, and I kind of do it on the grill. But my favorite is Thai food. My mother's from Thailand, and so I love making Thai food and introducing people to food that is a little bit more authentic than if you go to the Thai food place and you're getting pad Thai all the time.
Yeah.
Because that's like the go-to for everybody. And just introducing some different flavors. So I do love cooking Thai food. My favorite thing, though, is French food. Like, I love French food.
Can you speak French?
No.
Oh, I can. Okay.
Oh, you can?
I can, yeah.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
A little bit. I mean, petit peu, yeah. I took years of it in school, and a lot of it stuck.
Yeah.
You throw something on the wall, the student got it,
Yes.
So Thai is actually your kind of favorite.
Yes.
That's your favorite. Now, when you were going out of high school, you didn't think you would go into cooking yet. Mm-hmm. And what did you go into?
I went for psychology.
Psychology?
Which I used a lot in the kitchen.
Did you graduate with your?
I did, yes. I have a psychology degree.
I wonder how you'd bring those together.
Well, I think every day when you get up, you have to bring it, psychology comes into play every day. But in the kitchen, like, with all the different people, you're encountering different people in the kitchen. It's stressful situations, learning to manage that. Yeah. People coming from all walks of life, different cultures. And then that's just the kitchen. Yeah. You have to go into the front of the house, all your customers, all your clients, interacting with them. Yeah. I think that psychology does play a huge part in that.
Yeah. Patience.
Patience is number one for sure.
Patty, again, how can they get in touch with you?
So you can look on my website, www.pattys.kitchen. You can also go on my Facebook page, Patty's Kitchen. I'm not so great on my Instagram account, but I will get better. I do post public classes. You can find me on Google. I've got some really great reviews on Google from some past clients and students, so that's always been great. Yeah.
I think you could tell she really enjoys this. Now, I never was not big into cooking. It wasn't a big deal in my family. The only time it was a deal was maybe a lamb for Easter. Mm-hmm. My grandmother would cook it, or maybe a turkey for Thanksgiving.
That's one thing I won't eat is lamb.
You won't eat lamb?
Oh, no.
Really? You don't like it?
Oh, no.
With mint jelly, that's grandma.
I have tried so many different ways to eat it, prepare it. I just can't do it.
How about liver?
Liver? I do love chicken liver. Oh my gosh, I love the chicken liver mousse. Yeah. That's one of my French.
What's your favorite dishes, though, for you personally, besides the Thai?
If there's anything that is a duck on the menu.
A duck?
Duck.
I love it. Yes. Oh. Somebody said to me, "Well, Jan, if you eat chicken, why wouldn't you eat a duck?" There's something in my mentality, a little duck.
I know, but I prefer duck over chicken anyway. But if I ever see it on the menu, I usually 98% of the time go for it.
If somebody wants to get in touch with you, and is there a limit on how many people you can cater for in one big event?
Usually, I say 50 is my max. But the last week I did a 50-person party on Sunday, and then a 70-person party on Tuesday.
How did you do that all?
And I do it all by myself. So it also depends, just contact me. I always say to people, they can't say yes unless you ask them.
Yeah.
So sometimes if people contact me and they're like, we have 70 people, but we're just looking for these kind of options, that's something that I can do because I'm basically making everything on my own. I have staff to help me the day of, but usually prepping and whatnot, I take care of that all on my own. If I can do it, I can do it, and if I can't, then...
Do you sometimes specialize? Do they say we just want desserts?
I do some desserts. I don't love desserts, even though I think I overstress when I make them, which is why people go, these are delicious. And I'm like, I've spent 4 days on that. Because I try and overcompensate because I'm not a pastry chef. But, what we call them chef desserts, things that you're solid on and that you can...
Those creamy things with frosting and
all
chocolate.
sorts of stuff that you're like, okay, any chef can make this. We call them chef desserts. Usually you'll find them in every restaurant that doesn't have a pastry chef.
We're talking with Patty Gardner, and she's the owner of Patty's Kitchen over in Millbury. She does classes, cooking classes, and she is a caterer. And when she walked in, I saw your chef's outfit right on, right?
Oh, yes. I'm playing the part today of the chef.
Now, is that the British?
This is my husband is from England, and this is a British little heart. It's for the British Heart Association because my father-in-law passed away.
Okay.
From a heart attack. So
how long have you been wearing that? When you went to school, did you get it?
Oh my gosh, we had Yes, as soon as we got in, I think that was the most exciting thing. We all got fitted for our chef whites, they call them.
Yep.
So it's your white coat, your check pants, and then you have a neckerchief that you wear.
Yeah.
And you have your side towels, and that's basically...
What about hats? Sometimes
the hats, yes, we had the hats as well.
Yeah.
And nowadays, people just kind of put on any kind of hat that they wear, or they pull their hair back. It's not as...
It's not a net, is it, all the time?
No, but they the funniest thing I've ever seen was the beard nets.
Yeah. I've seen that too.
I was like,
Yeah.
at first I was like, what is that? And then it's like, oh, it's a beard net. But I guess you don't want beard hair in your food either. So
it does look strange.
It does look strange.
It really, really does. Now, what if a restaurant called you? Now, let's just say their chef was going to be away for surgery and going to be out of commission. Do they do that? Do they call you?
Sometimes they have temporary chefs, but usually other people in the kitchen have to step up. And
All right.
And I'll tell you something right now: chefs don't take a vacation, and chefs don't call in a sick day. So
they don't do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when you're sick, you're really not sick. You just go in anyway.
Do you think it's in a restaurant, especially a high-end restaurant? Do you think it's a very hard job?
Oh, I think it's extremely stressful.
Very stressful.
Yeah. Because I think chefs are people pleasers.
Yeah.
We want people to like what we want people to enjoy the not just the food, but the whole experience.
The ambience.
And everything that goes into that. So you really put your whole heart and your soul into it, and you really try and create this amazing experience for your guest.
Yeah. And when people come to your home for the classes, but you can also go to their home.
Oh, yes. I go to their homes. I do their things. But, like, even in my house, I like to set up real china, and I polish my silver for people. I iron the aprons. I iron the napkins. Like, for me, it's the whole experience. It's not just you're coming for the cooking.
Do you sleep?
Not well.
No, really. I mean, if you're working late.
I do a lot of different things, yes, and I am working late, and then I add on different things. I'm taking a pottery class right now, so it's just like, I'm always on the go. I have to always keep moving.
So do you see this now? You've been doing Patty's Kitchen for 2 years in Millbury. Do you see anything coming up that you're going to jump into also? Are you going to find a storefront? Are you going to do it?
I would love to. I haven't found anything that kind of fits my needs. I have what I thought was going to be a build-out nearby, but it needs a lot more than what I can give it. You have to think of a hood system and a grease system and, all the gas lines that run through, and it just, it adds up quickly.
Do you think it's a lot of it's word of mouth, the website? How do you think you get the most customers?
I do a lot of different events where I donate my time, and so I do like the Waters Farm days that they do. I'm there. Sometimes we do pop-ups at Redemption Rock or Medusa, where I'm there and kind of in front of people and meeting people, greeting. And then my Facebook page and my clients, I have like amazing clients who've been in the past and who have told somebody else or bought gift certificates for people to come through. Yeah. And then people use the gift certificates and then they tell it. So
gift certificates.
Yes.
Now, is there a parameter of where you got to keep the food cold and hot, cold, fresh, and everything. How far will you go? You're not going to go to England, right?
I don't know. I went to Nantucket this summer. I did a couple things in Rhode Island. I went out to California for a friend's birthday party. They flew me out there to do.
But how did you use their kitchen?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have to use their kitchen offsite.
You're not going to fly with the food.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
So you really don't have a parameter. You can go anywhere.
I basically can go anywhere if it all makes sense for everybody. Yes, I can go anywhere. Like I said, I have knives. I will travel. If you want me to go to Japan, I'll go to Japan. It'll be amazing.
Have you ever made a wedding cake?
Oh gosh, in culinary school, I made a wedding cake.
That can't be easy.
But most times nowadays, people do something a little bit easier. They don't do the traditional wedding cake. It's cupcakes, donuts. Things that are easier. What are they called? Pop. The little.
Like lollipop things?
They're like the cake pops.
Yeah.
The cake pops. So it's more like mobile. People are dancing. I've done ice cream sandwiches in lieu of. So a lot of people don't always go to the traditional route with the cake anymore. And then there's also the people who bake cakes don't decorate, and the people who decorate cakes don't bake cakes. So everybody has kind of a niche job in the industry.
Do you have friends you can call upon, like they're special at something?
Oh yeah. Like if I say my friends, I need to know how to make. Let's do some butchering. We're gonna do a butchering class, or I need help making dumplings.
Did you say butchering?
Yes. So, I have a seafood class, and when the students come in, I don't tell them this. I have a whole salmon.
Oh, so off goes the head.
We break down the whole salmon. I'll show them one, and then they break down the other side, and then they portion it out. and they can see it from start to finish.
I couldn't.
And then my other class, I have an all about chicken class on a smaller scale. So everyone gets a whole chicken on their board, and then we break down the chicken, and I show them how to use each part of the chicken for something.
Yep.
The bones go to a chicken stock. The breasts go to, we make a chicken piccata.
Yeah.
The dark meat legs and thighs go into a braise. Then we use the chicken stock to make a rice pilaf. So it's like full circle. I'm like, you're taking this one chicken and it's so economical, but like, look at all the wonderful things you can do with one thing.
Well, you've got a strong stomach, girl. That's the part I don't think I could really handle. What about frog's legs? What is this?
Okay, well, frog's legs, that is a treat, and they actually do taste like chicken.
But my son said this.
I know, it's kind of a weird thing to say, and it's so cliche, but they do. And I like the taste of them, but I can't think about it as I'm eating them, because I can't stand frogs. So
yeah, I can see. We're in the eel. Isn't eel kind of, so people eat eel?
Yeah, but again, it's not for me. I mean, I did a segment with Andrew Zimmern when when he was out in LA.
Yeah.
The guy who eats all the weird stuff.
Yeah.
And I had to go around looking for weird items for him to show on the show, and one of them was balut, which is the Filipino delicacy of the egg that's fertilized, and so when you eat it, you're actually crunching into the bones. There's feathers there, and they're like, "Are you going to try it?" I said, "Absolutely not. I won't try it."
Who was that? One of the guys. Well, the man that died recently.
Bourdain,
he committed suicide.
Mm-hmm.
That absolutely shocked.
Oh, it was horrible.
He doesn't seem the type at all. Or there's a type.
I think that's a whole other issue. Depression is a horrible, horrible thing for people. And, the stress, sometimes people hide it in different ways. I mean, look at Robin Williams. He made everybody laugh. And
I know it.
Yeah, so, but Anthony Bourdain was great, like showing everybody different foods from all over the world and having an appreciation, which is great for me because people come in and they want to try new things.
Sure.
My Indian class, my Metse class.
You have Indian cooking?
Indian cooking, Metse Mediterranean, Italian, French. We do the whole gamut.
Indian, Mediterranean, especially that Mediterranean diet, it's supposed to be very healthy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think everything is healthy in moderation.
Patty, one more time. We're going to have to close, but how do they get to you again?
So you can contact me through my website, www.pattys.kitchen, KITCHEN, or on my Facebook page. I try and post as often as I can for my public classes, but if you have something that you want to do, a class that you want to try, or some catering needs, private event needs, give me a call.
So your classes are like Fridays and Saturdays?
Usually Fridays and Saturdays, but I can do things during the week.
Okay. Well, we're going to leave right now. But thank you, Patty. We should have you back on again.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
You're right. See you next time.